So we're going to get started in the chat. I want to know if you have any wins. Give me a thumbs up or a fire emoji if you have a win you'd like to share live with us. If there is a win you'd like to share, more than welcome to. Give me a thumbs up. It might be, there's no such thing as a small win, big, small, and different. Maybe you launched the program, you received a donation, no matter what size, a grant came through, maybe you submitted a grant, maybe you found a grant. That is also a win in so many ways. So awesome, awesome. We're gonna get started. We're gonna get started as I put my phone on mute. So today, this is pitch practice. So I'm gonna be on stage for just a little bit, but this is your opportunity to share what your donor pitch looks like and sounds like. And it's always best to practice it here in a safe space where you can get the feedback. You don't want to test it out on a donor. You don't want to test it out on the mayor. You don't want to test it out at to a millionaire, or when you're talking to the CEO of Walmart. You want to test it out in spaces and places like this. So without any delay, I'm going to share my screen. And also too, this is about pitch practice. So just give me a one in the chat if you want to pitch today. If you're pitching today, give me a one in the chat. Give me a one in the chat. If you're going to pitch, and you want to get some free feedback from a pitch coach and team, give me a one in the chat if you're going to be pitching today. I need that like cricket emoji right now. Okay, let's see. Is anyone pitching? So I'll keep a look on for that. People are still coming in. I know I sent out the message via school. If you haven't joined that, please join the school, the nonprofit Plug University. I'll put the link in the chat for that before we get off today. But welcome, welcome. We have a number of people coming in, some note takers also in there. So I want to just give a quick shout out to those that are there: Ruby BC, Christina, Danielle, Diana, Florence, Sandy. Awesome, awesome. T. Jones Hill. Welcome, 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 welcome. All right, we're going to get started. And because we do post this as a recording in school, you'll hear me address those that are live and those that are watching it on the recording. I want this to be as interactive as possible. That's the way you're going to get more out of this than you could imagine. So I'm looking for two things. One, either if you want to share your pitch, or if you want to bounce something off of me. Hey, do you think I should talk about this aspect of my nonprofit, this aspect of my background? Also use it as an opportunity to actually share your actual pitch today. And you get to do it live. All right, I'm going to share my screen and get right into it. It's quiet today in these streets, Ruby. It's quiet. All right, let me try that one more time. There we go. Now shout out to Flo. Flo, you not quiet. Unmute your mic and give me a shout, because I know you.
Hey, Michael.
There we go. There we go. It lets me know
I
my
am
mic.
here. I'm here.
Good. All right. Now I know my camera and my mic are working, because I was concerned. I thought maybe nobody could hear me. Awesome. But we're going to get started. Hello, everyone. Christina with the camera on. Shout out. Awesome.
I'm here too. Just want to say hello. Thank you.
Oh, awesome. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. And those that have just joined, welcome. And we're going to officially start. So hello, everyone. My name is Michael Clark of NPP, also of a company called Personality Pitching. Today, we're talking about asking for money, and this is pitch practice. This is going to be your opportunity live, if you're watching this, to be able to share your pitch and get live feedback. If you're watching this on a recording and maybe you're watching it in the Nonprofit Plug University School, feel free to leave your pitch or write your pitch down in the comments. If you're seeing this on YouTube, you can also do the same thing. Of course, if you'd like to reach out to me for any questions, follow-up, consultation, it's Michael at thenonprofitplug.com. All right, so a little bit about me. If you never met me before, I am a business and pitch coach. I work with nonprofits and startups. My goal, whether I'm working with a nonprofit or startup, is to make sure that you can get the money. I work on the confidence of my nonprofit executive directors and founders to make sure that you can ask for money, that you can either close the deal or get the check from the donor at the end of the day. I'm a big proponent of donor acquisition because it allows you to, while you're waiting for the grants to come back, still bring money into your organization, many times in an unrestricted form. So it's not tied to a grant with its rules, regulations, and programs attached to it. So maybe you're looking to acquire land, a building, hire staff. Donor funds are great for that. And we'll talk more about that. And I do cover a pitch, messaging, donor acquisition, mission statements. And what happens is it all works together, whether it's your pitch, you've got to have a solid 1-minute pitch. That's what we're going to be looking at today. And donor acquisition is absolutely important. And that 7 shouldn't be there, but it's about mission statements and vision statements. That should be an and. Didn't hit the shift key, but it's about mission and vision statements. And people say, well, do I need both? Yeah, you do. Mission lets me know kind of what you're doing now. Vision lets me know your vision and what you want to see for the future. Some people combine that, totally fine, but you should have a clear mission and vision statement. I've raised from 10,000 all the way up to $20 million with my clients. And also sometimes I say 10,000 because that's usually the starting point, but whether you're going for 500 or for your first $50, the conversation is the same. You have to build relationship, let people know who you are, what you do, who you serve, why you serve, and the impact that they could potentially make if they give to your organization. My sweet spot with nonprofits is really working with you to help break that first 1 million. And you might be listening to that to say, Michael, we haven't gotten, $1,000 yet. Well, interestingly enough, the same amount of effort, and you may have heard this before, but the same amount of effort it takes to ask for $1 million is the same amount of effort it takes to ask for $1,000 in regards to building a relationship, putting together your message, and the legwork it takes to reach out to donors. You'd be shocked. I have seen organizations catapulted into the 6- and 7-figure range through conversations, through meeting people. Is it easy? No. Is it a doable process? Absolutely. Located down in Atlanta, Georgia, and a proud dad of my son and 2 beautiful girls and 2 doggies, as you can see on the screen by the emojis. All right, let's get right into it. So please, I encourage you to either take notes or do screenshots. So often you come to a session like this and you're like, rah, 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 you walk away from it and you're like, wait a minute, what did they say? So I try to put it in a format that's easy to digest, easy to remember, okay? All right, so keys to asking for money. And please, 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 if there are any questions along the way, you can do one of 2 things. I don't mind if you raise your hand or you can put a question in the chat. Okay. All right. So I'm just putting my little chat window and all that stuff around. And Ruby, can you keep a little eye on the chat for me?
You got it.
Thank you. All
You're
right. All right. So I'm just going to go back one. So confidence and clarity. I put this first because this is absolutely top of my list. The confidence that you express, the enthusiasm that you communicate when pitching is absolutely essential. I can give you the words, I can coach you what slides I have in your donor deck, But when it comes to that confidence, it has to be there. If you seem timid, shy, reserved, kind of like, maybe, kind of, you believe in it, donors won't take you seriously. I'll just tell you like that. And these are people, and when we say donors, I think I really need to define when we talk about donors. So often we think of donors as, oh, someone that's very wealthy that will write a check for our organization. Donors come in all shapes and sizes. So a donation of $5,000, $500, or $50, these are all donations. And the great thing about it is we can be practicing our pitch, having $50 conversations, moving up to $500 conversations, $1,000 conversations. And I've had clients that get into the million and multi-million dollar conversations. Okay. But when it comes to donors, so you have those that are going to write the check, those that are going to introduce you to people that could write you the check. Okay. And those that just become your allies. So I don't want you to think or dismiss anyone you meet as a potential donor to say, you know what, we walked out of that meeting without a check. It was a complete waste of time. Never want you to say that. If this person is now your ally, you may be able to come back to this person. If this person is willing to refer you to other people, that's great, because now maybe you're one step away, or two or three steps away from someone who will write a check for your organization. And then the first being, if they actually do give to your organization, that's wonderful. But when you have a donor meeting, know that it can come out three ways. They write you a check, they introduce you to someone else, or they become your ally. And the allies are also great because they'll give you feedback they may give you feedback on your program. They may say, Gantry, I love what you're doing, but I'm down here in Mississippi and I would love to have something like that down here. If you had it down here, I think I would definitely be more interested in giving. Like, whoa, that's powerful feedback. Or feedback like this. Well, I understand that you serve veterans and you're looking to also serve women. I think when you go into the next phase and you're serving women, I know of some people I can definitely introduce you to. See, they become allies. They can introduce you to other people. All right, so let's go back to confidence and clarity. So your confidence and enthusiasm in what you're communicating is absolutely key. And you have to be able to clearly state. Clarity is two ways. One, I understand the words that you're speaking, right? And also, you're not speaking 1,000 words to me. You'll notice today, and I should be able to pull it up, we're going to use a timer today. You're going to have the ability to pitch and get feedback, and it's going to be a 1-minute pitch. And I'll list and keep on the screen what we're looking for in terms of what should be in that pitch. But again, you should be able to articulate who you are, what you do, who you serve, the impact, and an ask in 1 minute. All right, personal connection. You want to connect with potential donors to make to make the ask more meaningful. So that personal connection is key. And I can close my eyes and I know that you have a personal connection with at least 25 people that if they knew about your organization or you had a conversation with them, they would give to you. Okay, at 25 minimum. And I'll just list some. You all bank somewhere. You all eat somewhere. You all get either some type of product or service, whether it's your hair done or haircut, whether it's, your lawn's done. You interact with businesses all the time that could be potential donors for your organization. And you'll see when we talk about the ask and what that looks like, sometimes it's just a matter of letting people know that you are doing this thing. Because people will say like, wow, I didn't even know you were doing that. One of my neighbors is going to be a guest speaker with one of the nonprofits that we're working with. And what happened? He was talking to me about his background, and all of a sudden there was a connection. That talking to people, you never know where that personal connection is going to come from. All right. you have to have specific needs, clearly articulate the specific needs and how the donation will be used. If I had a dollar for every time I heard someone say, well, we're looking for donations to increase our reach and awareness, I have no idea what that means. I don't know how much that costs. Now, you may be saying, well, yeah, but that's when I would explain more. When we're in conversations, we do have to be as concise as possible. I know many, many people that are investors and net worth individuals, donors, philanthropists, and they want to know in that first 5 to 10 minutes of the meeting who you are, what you do, and how much you need and what it's for. They want to know. After the pleasantries and you've connected, you should be able to articulate specific needs. So, specific sounds like this. I'll do both. Remember, I told you to increase awareness. Okay, I have no idea what that means, but it might mean, I'll take a step back. Someone says, well, we're looking to expand throughout LA County. What does that specifically mean? Oh, we're looking to buy at least 3 to 4 houses within the next year and have 10 residents at each location. That's specific. And what happens is we get so close to what we're doing, we're so used to saying, "Oh, well, they know people who." No, don't assume people know. And you live with your nonprofit every single day, so you know the ins and outs. You know all the little acronyms, and oh, well, we're going to get them into the JSP PDQ program. If that's in your pitch and that's in your ask, you want to clearly spell out any special programs, services that are unique to you. So it has to be clear. So take a step back, clearly articulate specific needs. Let me know how much, let me know what it's going to do, how you're going to use it. Impact emphasis, emphasize the impact their contribution will have on your mission and the community. Literally saying that, we're looking to house 50 to 60 people that are currently on Skid Row. Whoa, 50? Now we know that there are many, many people down on Skid Row, but you're talking about pulling 50 off? And maybe on a daytime program, we're looking to feed 400 individuals in the South Skid Row area. Like, what? So I will tell you, people are impressed when they hear about numbers and impact. They want to now join your dream. Like, what? If I give you, with only $5,000, we can change the lives of. That's what makes people excited. It's not just the facts, the figures, the bar graphs. People want to know what impact they're going to make. And I'll go back to this. The other reason impact really matters is that there are a lot of individuals, and I'm talking $50 all the way up to $50,000, that want to help and have an impact to people that they don't have access to. Like right now, I'm in the midst of working with a individual who's launching a nonprofit that works with a orphanage in Africa. And it's in Kenya, and I've been to Kenya, Africa 5 times, and I've done a lot of work over there. But now, and it's been a while, but I still want to reach those individuals. So I'm doing donations and working to touch people that I don't have access to normally. That's what you give your donors, a giving opportunity to serve your community. All right, gratitude. Please, 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 whether they give you a check, a referral, or become your ally, or they give you the cold shoulder or cancel the meeting, I want you to show gratitude for their time, consideration, regardless of the response. You would be shocked how far it will go just to show gratitude. I want to just thank you, Flo, for taking the time out to meet with me today. I won't be long. We'll be about 25 minutes. I want to tell you more about the organization, what we're doing, our impact, and if there's a fit, an opportunity to be a part of our dream. But expressing that genuine gratitude goes a long way. All right. Any questions right now? Any questions at all? Any questions? Feel free to either put them in the chat or you can come off mic. All right, let's keep going. I've shown this before. I want this to be for the individuals. If you've never seen this before, I want you to burn this in your memory. If you've seen it once or twice and it's coming back to you, I want you to memorize this and always stick with you. It's called the circles of money. And this first circle, you're in it right now. There are friends and family members around you. And when it comes to your nonprofit, many times those are the first people you go to and ask for donations. And some of you have asked several times, and you've asked and you've asked, you've asked. And some your friends and family member are tired of you asking. Some of your friends and family members, maybe you've never asked. But what I want you to be very careful of in this friends and family circle is that their giving is limited. The reason is just based out of relationship. Now, again, you may be the exception to the rule, as you've got a rich uncle who just has a blank check and says, Gantry, when you need me, baby, I got you. Okay, maybe that's the case. But many times with friends and family, they understand, they know what you do, great, but it's limited. Where we want to go with friends and family is we want our friends to now refer us to people that we can talk to about our organization. That means the bank they go to, the credit union they go to, their Girl Scout leader head, their chamber of commerce. We want to now reach. We want referrals. Many times it can exhaust a relationship when it's like, yeah, we're doing this fundraiser. Stop asking your uncle, your cousin, girlfriend, your buddy. Ask them, do you know of anyone that might be interested in giving to our holiday fundraiser? And they may say, hey, I am, but it kind of lets them off the hook. Okay, so you want to introduce, and the reason is it can be a little weary with friends and family is because with friends and family, they know you as you, right? So if you still owe them $10 from 2014, they're thinking about that when you ask them for a donation. If you had an argument with them at a cookout 2 years ago and y'all was fighting over the same hot dog, they still remember that. So there was always some stuff that kind of comes with being familiar with friends and family. Best thing to do is ask for a referral. And this next circle is really where we want to live. These are strangers. This is the public. These are donors. These are corporations. They're seeing you and knowing you only as the executive director of your nonprofit. They're seeing you as that professional. There's no baggage with it. There's no stuff. There's just, oh my goodness, Flo, Gantry, I heard about what you guys are doing and you're housing these individuals. I love it. Let's set up a time to meet. Those you want to be in this green circle. Too many of those, and I'm not calling nobody out, but if you're living in this space and you're like, oh, I don't know why nobody gives, it's because you're asking the same people over and over. And ask for referrals, get to this yellow zone, and ultimately get the word out there on social media. Get the word out there through referrals. Again, your bank, places you go, businesses, have a QR code ready at a moment's notice. Get a t-shirt with a QR code on it as you meet people and you go to a networking event that they can give to you. But these strangers, and there's always that saying, oh, strangers support me more than my friends and family. I just told you why. Because strangers, the public, donors, corporations see you as the expert. They see you as the head of your organization without any baggage. And they see you as the professional. Screenshot it. It's going to make you a lot of money. Give me a fire emoji. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a 1 or a 2. Give me something in the chat to let me know that that these circles are making sense. All right. T. Jones gave me 2 fire emojis. Okay. Dr. Sharon gave me the lovey eyes. Awesome. 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 I'm sure the rest of you are just typing away. I appreciate it. We're gonna get rocking and rolling. Oh, Florence with the fiery heart. Love that. Love that. Awesome. Christine is with me. All right. All right. And so, and if this helped anyone, give me a yes. If this helped anyone kind of get this asking stuff and donation stuff in perspective, if it helped, just give me a yes. T. Jones says yes. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Yeah, and this is the thing. One of the we talk about the 5 reasons nonprofits succeed. And one of the reasons they succeed is they have realistic expectations. And that's realistic expectations of the people around you. Because you may say, I posted on Instagram and ain't nobody give. Come to find out the only one following you is your cousin, the family reunion crew, and you got like maybe 100 followers. So what that means is now we got to start posting so we can get beyond friends and family, get to those strangers, get to those donors. Awesome. All right. So keys of a nonprofit pitch. We're getting ready to, it's almost pitch time. It's almost pitch time. So keys, when we listen to that pitch, we need to know who you are. And the who you are is you and the nonprofit. Because I've heard, this is the question I always get. Wait, I need a pitch for me too? We should intertwine. Yes, you should be able to tell me who you are in 1 minute and who the nonprofit and you are in 1 minute. Does that make sense? So when Dr. Sharon introduces the nonprofit plug, we know who she is and who the organization is all in one pitch. We need to know what you do as an organization. Terms again, and I'm not poking holes or anything like that, but the days of we increase awareness of those in need throughout the universe is just too vague. It is just too vague. And we can't put it in the pitch. So when we're the more specific in a pitch, the better. Flowery language is not rewarded here. So hello, my name is Michael Clark. I'm the executive director of Peachtree Loves, an organization that serves the homeless throughout the Fulton County area. We currently have 6 homes. Each of the homes house 10 residents. We're looking to expand into Henry County by purchasing additional 4 homes we have our eyes on at a cost of $250,000 per home. So with your donation, we can see that vision come to pass. You know what we do, you know who we are, you know who we serve, and there was a call to action in there. All right, who do you serve? Specifically, who do you serve? And the more specific we can get, the better. Now, some people say, well, it's just, we serve so many. We serve 8-year-old kids and 80-year-old grandmothers. Okay. I want to answer that question. If you're here and you're like, well, we serve such a large group. Well, what we want to do is be able to articulate the overall needs of that group. Or you say, we serve, a good example is when I hear this a lot, when people provide housing, education, and financial assistance to those, they'll say those in need, right? Or they may say, we help children, family, the homeless, veterans. So there are times it's good to be specific, right? If we know that we're meeting with a veteran, we may stress the fact that we serve veterans. If we're meeting with a donor that has been known to really have a heart for serving young people, we may stress the fact that we serve family and children, right? But be careful in casting so broad of a net that I have no idea who you serve. We serve those in need. Oh, okay. There are a lot of people in need. There's seniors, there's veterans, there's children. Be as specific as possible. And it's totally okay to say we serve children, families, and veterans if those are the 3 demographics you serve. What's your impact? Say some numbers, brag a little bit. It's totally okay to say, hey, we have 2 homes right now. One is we're building, the other one is up and running. The one that's up and running is at full capacity with 10 beds. The one that's being built will open in December, and that'll have 14 beds. Like, let us know the impact, as well as let me know the number of people that you've served through LA County, the thousands that you've served, hundreds, tens. And I always get this question, well, what if we haven't served anyone and we're just starting? What's really awesome to put in the pitch is your vision of who you want to serve, the vision of your impact, potential impact. Because even if you started your nonprofit yesterday and your goal is to raise $50,000 to open up a pop-up kitchen, a block off of Skid Row, to be able to provide meals, 50 meals per day. Give me the breakdown, you've got the whole business plan, you've got the team ready to go. Awesome. It's clear to me as a donor what your potential impact and what your goal and vision is. But if you've got the numbers, and numbers, the impact data is priceless. So I will tell you that, the pictures you take, the numbers and stats that you keep, and if you feel like, oh my gosh, what I do is hard to quantify, there's always a way. One of the things Dr. Sharon, Janine, and I all do is no matter what, it could be wins, success, testimonials, you can always pull out some type of impact data. All right. And then what is your story? I work with individuals that set up homes to work with people that are in recovery after, they come out of, they're in recovery, and maybe they had challenges in that area too. Incorporate that story into your pitch. Maybe you helped the homeless. You were homeless at one point. Incorporate that in the pitch. It lets me know that you're connected to your organization and your cause. And then you've got to let me know, what do you want? Be specific. Looking to raise X to do Y. And one thing I want to let you know is the way we do it at Nonprofit Plug, the way I've done it for years, is that I do not position you that you're begging. What you are giving is what you're providing is a giving opportunity. When you start talking about who you are, what you do, who you serve, your impact in your story, in the mind and heart of your donor, they should be like, oh, I want to be a part of this. It doesn't happen magically at the end, like they're sitting there like, okay, what's next? Oh, you want money for this? No, there should be a connection made while you're pitching. And you'll see that by the time you get to the ask, they're thinking in their head either who they can introduce you to or how they can be a part of your dream. All right, I'm going to peek over in the chat. Okay. Any questions? I'm going to stop right there. Any questions? 'Cause you guys are going to be pitching in less than 3 minutes. Any questions? Either this is really good or you guys are sleepy. Which is it? No. Give me a chat. So give me something in the
I
chat.
have
Let me know.
a
Oh, go ahead.
I
There
have
we
a
go.
question.
Sure.
What if you serve a marginalized demographic? So our nonprofit specifically provides services for justice impacted individuals, so individuals that are exiting the prison system. We provide the classes like anger management, domestic violence intervention, and parent education. However, the moment that a sponsor or funder, anyone hears justice impacted, they shut down.
Well, it's about who you've spoken to thus far, because I do work with a couple of nonprofits that serve that same community. And who would be most likely to not shut down and give to that organization?
Um, I mean, I think the only, I guess, companies that I've spoken to that are for justice reform, it's Walmart and Starbucks. However, they're still a little resistant to making donations.
Okay. So those are those are corporations,
Mhm.
but what individuals and or individuals that might be in those organizations, but I want to talk about individuals that we want to have conversations with. What type of individual or who are we looking for as your perfect donor?
That is a really good question, and that's kind of what I need help with.
Well, no, I'm going to workshop it with you right now.
Okay.
Who do you serve?
Justice impacted individuals.
Okay. So I'm going to ask that question one more time. Who's
Mhm.
going to be the best potential donor for your
Uh,
organization?
I'm guessing it's formerly incarcerated individuals.
And there are plenty of
Mhm.
formerly incarcerated and those that have had their brush with the law
Yeah.
that would give to your organization. And I've had clients, just a quick tip, scour the internet for articles of justice reform. And I even have a client that was awarded a huge settlement in the Midwest for being wrongly incarcerated. And he gives to organizations like yours.
Oh, no way. Okay.
Now,
I'll
I'm
do
not, yeah, and I do want to stress some
yeah.
people may be hearing about that, like, oh, you just approaching people. No, 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 no. That's exception to the rule, but you're gonna
Mhm.
find that there's a lot of people, and I used to work a lot in the music industry. I'll just leave it there. But there's a lot of people that will give to an organization. You just have to reach out and start having the conversation. Don't limit it to corporations because, to your point, they do
Mhm.
kind of have like the rules and the culture, and
Yeah.
they hear
And they don't
about it.
want their names
Yeah.
associated with organizations such as ours.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
But you want to
Mhm.
talk to people, and you want to talk to the other outlier, and I've worked a lot with them, lawyers.
Oh, huh.
Yeah, you could pitch just lawyers, and that would give you 6 months of work to do. And yeah,
That's awesome. This is a really, really great information because we actually have a fundraiser coming up in Palmdale, and we're kind of struggling finding people who will purchase tickets to our fundraiser and help us raise funds.
lawyers all day. Most law
Okay.
firms have a pro bono requirement of anywhere from like 20 to 40% of their time. Every major law firm has a, literally, if you type in pro bono and look in that law firm, you can talk to the chair of the pro bono practice and
Mhm.
you have a conversation with them. You would be shocked.
Okay. That's really good advice. Thank you so much.
No
This is
worries.
super helpful.
No worries.
Yeah.
And I have like such law ties. That's why anything when you said law, I was like, let's go. All right.
It's just it's tough, especially I mean, Palmdale is very red when we're talking about politically. So a lot of people are not looking into investing in programs such as ours. But we're
Yeah.
trying. We're trying.
Yep. And don't keep anything you do local. Try
Mhm.
to reach out as much as possible. Some of the people that have been affected nationally, you might get donations from Florida, Texas, New Jersey, and anywhere. Don't let
Oh,
any color of a state there. Everybody everywhere is a potential. It's that story, that connection, and when they hear it from you, that's going to go a
mhm.
long way.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yep. Yep. And Ruby says, and those lawyers who would know people who would be potential donors. Absolutely. Do you already have impact data?
We have it's a little outdated, but we do. We do.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, our recidivism rate is substantially, I'm so sorry, substantially lower than our state recidivism rate. Um, and we do connect a lot of our clients to long-term employment. So we do, we do.
Yep. Yep. Good, good. And send me, because it's law related, just shoot me an email, Michael at thenonprofitplug.com.
Okay, will do.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. Love to have a side conversation about that. Awesome. So Christina says, can you say more about how we seamlessly make the transition between telling the potential donor what we do, who we serve, to what we want? Well, the what we want is still this informational what you're doing. So when I'll give you example, and one thing about when I have to pitch, a lot of times I'm dealing with different technologies and organizations. So I literally can take anything, spin it, and pitch it. So here we go. So give me, Christina, what's your organization? What do you do?
I'm in the process of cultivating my vision right now. So serving
Oh, okay.
first generation, um, primarily younger, maybe ages 13 through 18, young women of color, to stand more firmly in their own power, resiliency, and leadership.
Okay. Um, so do you have a nonprofit right now?
No, I do not, but I'm
Okay.
in the sort of preliminary of hopefully constructing one, building one, launching one.
Okay, good. Shameless plug. Make sure you reach out to Nonprofit Plug on that formation.
Thank you.
We're here to help. So the way you do it is that we're still walking through a process of giving them a giving opportunity. So the what we want is basically what we're doing. And let me see if I have it on this slide too. Do, 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 do. All right. So this better explains it too. Is that when you say I'm going to be building 2 additional homes through LA County, which will double our capacity. Right now, we're in the midst of raising $50,000, and we're looking for donors to bring that home. And then now the thing about it is what most people don't do is we don't actually ask or give them the opportunity. And it can be, it doesn't have to be as direct as, would you like to give? It can be as, well, I hate to use the word, but you almost passively giving them the opportunity. And if your bank would want, we're giving your banks like yourself an opportunity to give. We're giving individuals now an opportunity to give. And then what happens is then we got to just pull back, because at that point, people are going to respond. They're not going to say, well, what do you want me to do? Once you say we're looking to raise $25,000 to finish our repairs, and we're giving banks like yours the opportunity to become a part of that dream and bring it to pass. And you just get real quiet, they're going to say something. They're not just going to sit there. And I have gone through this thousands of times. You would be shocked. They're going to say, oh my goodness. And then they're going to answer and they're going to say, well, oh, this is absolutely something we can do. Oh my goodness. I wish you would have come here a month ago, because we just gave out $10,000. This is right up our lane. We want to introduce you to the Wells Fargo across the street. Like, you just are putting it out there. I never coach my clients to say, hey, and would you like to sign up today? It's not Shark Tank, hey, bank, would you like to be? That's not this, but this is you articulating what you're looking to do, impact, and then the cost. And if you're talking to an individual, you can say, and I wanted to make you aware of what we're in need of. If you'd like to join, if you'd like to give, you're more than welcome to, but I'd love to know if you know of anyone else that would like to give. I have all my clients create a list of people who they quote unquote know have the capacity to be donors, or maybe we know they were donors in the past. Those people we can be a little more forward with. I have also seen donors and investors not give, and I know this may seem a little harsh, but because you never asked, because you never told them what you wanted, they just will let you walk out of the meeting. And I know that sounds really, really weird, but there are people that are like that. They will just say, well, Gentry never even told me how much he needed. I guess he was assuming I was going to ask him. So it's really important you express the need. I guess I have a similar concern or question regarding where to find donors for your nonprofit. Well, you are around them every single day. your bank, the businesses you frequent, especially if you have a budget and you have vendors that you're already dealing with, and you have, um, I joked with someone the other day. I saw them eating ice cream, and I was like, "Yeah, you know where you bought that ice cream? You can go there and let them know who you are, what you do, and give them an opportunity to give." I'm so confident that most people have about $1 million around them, unless you just stay in a house, but you have $1 million around you, meaning whether it's you going to chambers and standing up and letting them know what you do, joining a networking group like BNI, joining a networking group and letting them know who you are and what you do. So we always encourage you, and you've heard Dr. Sharon say it, create that list of 100 people that you'd want to talk to. And from there, start letting them know what you do, not just asking for money, but letting them know what you do. Letting them know what you do and what the need is literally morphs into the ask itself. Okay. Because they know you're not there to just, it's not informational. And I will always suggest do 30-minute meetings to respect people's time. If it goes later, it's because it's going great, but just make 30-minute meetings. Do it over Zoom if you have to, in person. Some of my clients, they have budgets where they literally say, "Hey, I go out to dinner with 2 donors a week." I mean, it's all different situations. All right. It's that time. We got 10 minutes left. I can do like 5 pitches with feedback. Who'd like to pitch? Did I scare everybody about pitching?
Hey,
Hopefully not.
Michael.
Yes, who's that?
I'd like to pitch, but I'm in Walmart buying art supplies for our organization. Can I put it in the chat? The
You sure
pitch?
can. Is that because you don't want people to look at you? Because the reason I was asking is that if you could pitch while you're in Walmart, that's awesome practice. I have my clients pitch in weird places, because if you can pitch while you're walking around in Walmart, you can pitch anywhere. But it's up to you.
Okay, I can give my pitch real quick.
Do it. 3.
And I was going to tailor my pitch. I met a donor yesterday
Okay.
at Women's Giving Circle, and so I was kind of afraid to go to it. And it's a foundation that hosts it, and so the donor had talked about a program that we host and wanting to help fund it. So I could also kind of read off my email what I sent her. So basically, I introduced myself. My name is Danielle East. I'm the executive director and founder of East Lubbock Art House. And so I had spoke with you about our program, the artist internship program, and I know your daughter would possibly be interested in the program. So I included the link to it, and the date of the application opening is October 1st. And I'm also open anytime next week to meet about you all helping us with funding the program. And it costs about $1,800 per young adult to support the program. And I also included a informational graphic regarding the program, and also information about upcoming opportunities that we have going on this week. So
Well,
that's why I included it in the email.
yeah, I really can't give feedback on that, because that was just informational, and that totally works. I'd love to hear you pitch the organization. Tell me who you are, what you do, who you serve.
Okay, I can do that too. So my
Perfect.
name is Danielle Demetria Eves. I'm the founder and executive director of East Lubbock Art House. And so through East Lubbock Art House, we serve a multitude of intergenerational individuals from ages 4 to 97. And specifically, we serve individuals in the eastern portion of Lubbock, Texas, which is a segregated portion of the city. And so through that, we host arts and culture resources, like we showcase artist artwork, host artistic events, and we also support artists and anyone interested in the art through creative workshops. And so through this, we're working to expand our work. So especially we want to support programs like our largest program, which is the artist internship program. So we need about $1,800 per individual to continue this program. So right now we serve 12 individuals a year. So we're working to support about 24 individuals in the coming year.
Okay, good. That was under a minute. Excellent. It's interesting. I talked about the wide age range, and you said from 4 to 97. So, um, what's the majority of the people that you serve? Where do they fall in that?
So the average age is 55.
Okay, gotcha. So do you have 4-year-olds in the program?
We do. So we do. We have one lady that's older, so she's 97. Two older individuals that are very active, and then majority of it is kind of a lot of people think we serve just children, but it's usually 55 because that's the average age that is in the neighborhood. And so that's usually the average age that participates in a lot of our programming.
Okay. And I would suggest, even though you may have a range of people, letting me know that, we serve those at 55 and older or something like that. Because that also, there's what you do factually, and then there's what I can understand. As soon as you said 4 to 97, I was like, what? Finger painting and rock paint? Like, I just kind of was a little bit threw me off there. And then just I would simplify your numbers a bit. You said like $1,800 a person, and then we serve about 12 people a year. I would just simplify that out to one number just to be able to say, hey, we're looking to raise X that will allow us to serve X. Because that math that you did, that's also kind of hard to follow. You there?
Thank you so much. Yes.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. But I totally get what you do. How long have you been doing it?
It's 5 years.
Okay, excellent. Excellent. And it's so funny because in the notes it said Danielle to refine her nonprofit pitch, describe the majority demographic. Yeah, because the other thing too, I think for grants wise, with that 55 plus, have you applied? Are you in the midst of applying for grants? Have you received grants yet?
Yeah, I've been applying for grants for a few years now.
Have you received any?
Yes, there's a few. A good amount.
Okay. Okay, good. And yeah, and like I said, other than that, just smooth out the numbers and I think you'll be golden.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No worries, no worries. Okay. Someone says my elevator pitch is exactly what I have the problem with and go all over the place. This is very helpful. Yeah, no worries. And Diana, if you want, I can do like a speed round with you to just talk core elements of it if you don't have the pitch together. So next time we meet.
Yeah, that would be great. That
Yeah.
would be great because I've
And this,
tried an elevator pitch without the practicing and people just run away.
yeah, it's all over the place. It's all good. It's all good. So speed round, we got 4 minutes left. So you got to answer the questions, answer only questions I ask, and you have 15 seconds or less. Okay.
Hold on, Michael. Florence says she would like to pitch.
Oh, okay. All right, good. All right. 3 minutes left. So yeah, Flo, you've got a minute. Sorry about that. I'll come back. Go, Flo.
Hi, my name is Florence Dennis, and I'm the CEO of JHSG, and we provide transitional housing for individuals experiencing chronic homelessness, specifically to those who are dual diagnosed, seeking stability and support. We've coined it as emotional healthy living, even those that are dealing with addiction. We've impacted about 40% of those that have come through our program. My husband and I have an approach of I know what it feels like, and we know the effect in our lives of not having support. Therefore, our organization's motto is feels like family, functions like family because we are family. We want to encourage to push them forward to homeless, to home keys, through the acronyms JHSG, Joy, Hope, Structure, and Guidance. We want to expand to serve more of these residents, and we are in need of $30,000 and would like to offer the opportunity to assist these individuals.
All right. Just add a minute. There you go. I know who you are. I know who you serve. I got to hear a little bit of your story with you and your husband. I also heard the ask in there in terms of the dollar amount and what it was going to do. Only thing is, and I have these 5 tips to not secretly, to instantly improve your pitch. And it's always, you have it written out, correct?
So.
Okay. We're going to write that pitch out word for word and then memorize it. And then these guys also have the cheat code because they're clients. So, so if you came up here pitching raggedy, we would have a problem. All right. So, who was that speaking before? Was that, oh, Diana, we're doing speed round. Now we're going to go over, I know Dr. Sharon, that is like so taboo. We got to go over 2 minutes. Is Dr. Sharon on? All right. She's not on. So the teacher's not here. So I can go over a few minutes. All right. Diana.
Yes.
All right. Speed round. You ready?
Okay, hold on. Let me pull up my notes. 1 second.
And there's a good chance you're going to be able to answer all this without your notes.
I hope so. It's just so much. And then I get to thinking just so much. I want to talk about everything. And then I
No
get,
worries.
you
No
know,
worries. And for
okay.
those, oh, real quick, I know we're at the 5 o'clock hour. We usually promise an hour. We're going to go over just a little bit. If you can hang with us, hang with us. If you can't, I totally understand. Appreciate you all. Don't want to take away from anything you might be doing. We're going to post a recording. Thank you for those that have pitched, but we're going to keep rocking, probably go another 5 minutes at least. All right.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. So my name is Diana Corrales, and I am a
Oh, no.
former.
This is speed round.
Oh,
So I'm going to ask you questions first. How long is the pitch that you have written out?
so I don't see, that's the problem, that because there's so much that I'm doing right now, because I work with it started with my godson, you know, who
Oh,
was a father.
whoa.
There's a
See,
lot. See,
yep.
that's
See, you almost went there. I almost let you go there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow you to pitch what you have for 1 minute and we'll see where we're at. You're probably not in, you probably think you're in worse shape, but you're not. All right. So are you ready? Timer
okay. Yes.
starts. Go.
Okay. My name is Diana. I'm a former foster mother. I serve the youth that have aged out of foster care with mental illness, experiencing homelessness. I'm looking to acquire apartments so that I can provide homes for these individuals, so that I can then provide guidance so that they can thrive and learn, you know, different the things that they need to thrive as adults, basically, because they don't get that right now, and you know, and they need it. And that's what I've been doing for the last 26 years. And I've had success with, you know, my godson. And I want to be able to provide more services to the other individuals that I've encountered and presently helping. I've been also advocating and have positioned myself with different nonprofit organizations as a volunteer for renters' rights.
All right. Time.
Okay.
Okay. So let me just tell you what you just said under a minute was who you are, what you do, who you serve, why you're doing what you're doing. It was at about a minute, all of a sudden you went this other direction about the volunteerism and stuff like that. So, which is
Great.
totally fine. And that's what a lot of people do when they pitch. They do this thing where as soon as you hear and no, we only want to hear about you and what you do. So what you do is great. And you do have it set up as an established nonprofit, correct?
No, that's actually something that I have not done because I'm very scared and overwhelmed of the paperwork. I don't want to get into any problems with the IRS because
Okay.
they are the agency that I fear.
Okay. Well, you are, you've been to this lunch and learn before. You are in the exact right place to get the help you need. Please, email me, Michael at thenonprofitplug.com or Sharon at thenonprofitplug.com. And formations is what we do in our sleep. And to make
Thank
sure that
you.
you're never with the IRS and never in trouble at all. and we can walk you through what that looks like.
Thank you very much for your
All
time.
right.
I appreciate it.
No worries. And with your pitch, the only thing I'm going to suggest is that I want you to write it out word for word. 2, I want
Okay.
you to practice it. Oh, it should be info@thenonprofitplug.com. Sorry about that. Info@thenonprofitplug.com. And it's also in the chat. So I want you to write out your pitch word for word. I want you to practice it. And 2,
Mhm.
I want
Mhm.
you to dream a little bit and create an ask. What do you want? Let's imagine the nonprofit is set up and you're able to take donations and all that good stuff. What do you
Mhm.
want? And I'll ask you
Mhm.
that. You have 15 seconds to answer. What do you want?
I want a couple of $1 million so that I can acquire one of these, 7 to 10 bedroom homes in any area so that I can provide sufficient housing and programs, for them to thrive in-house and not have to refer out and
Awesome.
manage their cases a little bit closer, not having to deal with all these different agencies that drop the balls.
And how long have you been doing what you're doing?
So my godson is now 26. He was diagnosed when he was 14, and I've been dealing with it ever since. Yeah.
Okay. Now you've been dealing with that on an individual basis, but have you helped others?
Oh yes, I've been dealing because I've been helping him. Other people have, that I've encountered have gravitated towards me, and I've been helping them, get services, get accountability, place them with the referrals and the resources for housing.
Awesome.
I was
And
able to locate a lady that was lost on the streets and reunited with her family through my network of individuals that work in Skid Row. And,
okay.
she had
And I hate to
family.
interrupt you, just for the sake of time though, give me a number of the number of people you think you've helped over the last 20 years.
I would say
Roughly.
probably roughly like about 10.
Okay. Okay, good. But that's still 10 lives change.
Yeah, I got 5 on the line right now that I'm working
Okay.
with.
Okay. All right. So listen, email info@thenonprofitplug.com. I know there's someone else. Thank you so much for pitching and receiving the feedback and letting me workshop with you.
Thank you so much for your time and your help. I appreciate it very, very much. I'm very, very fortunate to be here.
No worries. And I'll be looking out for an email, even on info or at Michael@thenonprofitplug. All right. So someone is in here as Sharon, but they're really not Sharon and they want to pitch. All right.
Yes, that's me. That's me.
No worries. So what's your name?
My name is Winner. Winner.
Oh, Winner. Oh, Winner, like
Like
win the
champion,
race.
victory. Yes,
Dope.
Winner Watt.
Okay. All right. Great. 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 All right. Oh, Winner Watts. Someone put Winner Watts in the chat.
Yeah, Sharon did. Sharon created all of my nonprofit stuff, so I'm a client as well. So anybody that's skeptical or on the fence, don't be.
There you go. That's what I like to hear. Awesome. All right, Winner, you're up. Let me set your timer. And on a scale from 1 to 10, give me what you think your pitch is.
9.
All right. What would make it a 10?
Your input and constructive criticism.
There you go. Awesome. 3, 2, 1. You're up.
My name is Winter Watts, co-founder and executive director for Gump Nation Foundation. Gump is actually an acronym that stands for Great Under Mental Pressure. We're a nonprofit organization that specializes in providing psychological exercises and fitness training for the youth and underserved communities. We serve Greater Los Angeles, but we will be serving beyond that. We're seeking currently right now $100,000 to be able to implement our program into 6 schools in District 2. Our program that we specialize in is called the Art of Movement, which gives them different resources of discipline, leadership, relationship cultivating, mindfulness, social and emotional learning, and skill sets that can help them become better mind, body, and soul.
And are you here to just tell me what you are, or do you want money?
$100,000 to implement our program at 6 schools. I mentioned that part.
Oh my God. You know what? I'm sorry. That I'm a big proponent of, and this actually, I'm glad this happened live. You said $100,000 to implement at how many schools? 6 schools?
6 schools, yes, sir.
Okay. And you said early on, you said expand beyond that. Is that what you meant? Because you talked about where you are, but you used the term beyond that.
Yeah,
Is
so
that the
we
six
right now
schools?
right now we currently have 5 schools under contract within the greater Los Angeles area, Baldwin Hills, Inglewood. So we want to expand beyond that because we know there's other underserved communities within the United States.
Okay, and what will the $100,000 do? Well, how will it be
So
used?
our program for 8 weeks that I gave the breakdown that does mindfulness, leadership, relationship cultivating, discipline, social and emotional skill set. It costs $25,000 for an 8 week program.
It costs who $25,000?
For programming it costs. So like whether the district is paying for it, the state, the government, LAUSD, which we're vendors with. So if the school doesn't have funds for programming, we want to raise the funds. That's what we're asking donors to be able to contribute to what our mission is, to be able to implement in these schools that may not be able to afford to implement what it is that we provide.
Have you received donations before?
Yes.
Totaling what?
25,000.
So you've gotten exactly 25,000 before?
Accumulative different fundraiser events. So it may be a monthly fundraiser here, it may have been a comedy show, it may have been a fundraiser just for awareness, but accumulative about 25,000 from donations. But that's between like that circle that you created, the 6 degrees of
Yeah.
separation. That's friends, family, and our board that we collectively put together. Because when I first met Sharon, you have to have a strong board in order to have a strong foundation. So we utilized
Absolutely.
our resources.
Okay, my feedback is going to be light with this one. The ask, I want it a little more towards the end, and I want to know what the impact was, because having to kind of walk through what the $100,000 was going to be used for, meaning like I'm a big proponent of give me the math. We're asking for $100,000 to expand in 6 schools, which will provide our program to 400 students, 600 students, 1,000
Got
students.
you. Okay.
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 Make it as big as possible. Brag a little bit. Let me
Yeah.
know that 100,000, because when you say 100,000 get me into 6 schools, there will be people who immediately, well, why aren't the schools paying? What? We don't want that to happen. So if we
Okay.
say we're looking to expand into 6 additional schools, 14 school districts, 8,000 students. What? So just make
Okay.
it's big. I want you to blow it up and make it bigger. Let me know what that 100,000 is going to do.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Because we do have an impact and statistics sheet that I usually pass out in a 7-page pick deck that we created that shows the statistics, and it's like a live document. So anytime we
Yeah.
go to a new school, it's like we went from 350 students served to 550, and we
Yeah.
have 5 contracts we'll do. So I do have that written down overview, but I guess I can communicate that as well.
Yeah, and just it's literally a line. We with $100,000, we're able to go into 6 additional school districts and touch another 14,000, 2,000, 5,000 students. Like people want to know that multiplier. When I give you 100,000, I'm able to touch this many, because when I say 100,000, 6 schools,
Then yeah, I know for sure, for sure. We just had this meeting yesterday, but we were trying to do the math. But that's why I'm glad I saw this email, hopped
yeah,
on, even though I was a little late. And I was like, well, we about to start pitching next week. So hold on, pitch me. Hold on. Let's
yeah,
get on
yeah,
this thing. So this is
yeah.
good, for sure. To be able to add those small little fillers
Yeah.
and stuff.
And I love your energy, enthusiasm. People make a decision whether they're going to do business or give to you in 4 to 5 seconds. They want to know whether you're enthusiastic, sharp, and an expert. People think sharp and an expert are the same thing. That's not. Sharp is you being on it. Expert is that you have the knowledge. So you were enthusiastic, you were sharp. The only thing I want you to do is slow it down just a little bit, and that's going to
My
bring
team just told me
across.
that yesterday too.
Yeah,
You're right. I was
yeah.
trying to make sure that minute mark wasn't
Yeah,
missed.
no, I know. It's all right. It's all right. And the thing about it is speed, when you slow it down, you'll get more compassion.
Okay.
I just did it just there. I said speed, you slow it down, you'll get more compassion. And voice inflection, all just brings it down, saying we're looking to help children in the 6 school districts, over 1,400 students right now without a program. So with this 100,000, you see what I'm saying? It's
Yeah. Okay.
feels a
Okay.
little
I
different,
got you.
right?
Yeah, no, the tonality definitely makes a difference for sure. Delivery. That's why they say it's how you say it. So, you know, I
Yeah,
totally understand.
absolutely. Absolutely. So, but you're already on board with NPP? You're already a client?
Already on board, a referral agent for NPP. I just sent about 4 people to get their stuff started. I
Okay.
mean, me and Sharon go way back like 4 flats on the Cadillac.
Okay.
So I mean, I'm grateful to be here and
Yeah.
her to have this platform helping and assisting the people.
Yeah. Text me. I do have a opportunity I'd like to tell you about. Text me.
Okay,
Okay.
definitely.
Not text me, email me, Michael at the
I'll get your
Nonprofit Plug.
info from Sharon. I got you.
Perfect. 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 Bless you, brother. Let me know how next week goes and I hope to talk to you.
Likewise.
All right. I know we've gone over. Appreciate you all. So many wonderful new faces. Appreciate you all today. If you want to reach out to me, Michael at thenonprofitplug.com. How I work with my clients and we work with you is just like we are today. It's workshop style, it's hands-on, it's practical. So you can either get the grant, get the donation, capacity building with your board, programs, narrative, compliance, donor acquisition. Yep, can't say it enough. I appreciate Dr. Sharon, who's silently in the chat, our fearless leader and CEO. We have some changes coming up. You're going to see some emails, some changes coming up for Lunch and Learns in October. So good changes, more good stuff. If you have not already, make sure you join the Nonprofit Plug University. I don't know if Dr. Sharon can also drop a link to that in the chat. I usually, when I talk, I can't multitask, but appreciate you all. Thank you for those that allowed me to workshop and gave pitches. This recording will be posted. Watch it again, reach out to us. Let us help you get big dollars for your organization. It doesn't take long to raise donor funds. It's about how many conversations you have and how many people you reach out to. So thank you, Christina, Florence, and all those that are here. Thank you, Dr. Sharon, Christina, Diana, thank you. And Winner, killed it. Thank you for all those that pitched. And we'll do this again. We are going to do this again in October to give you more opportunity. And when you see pitch practice and you know you got a meeting coming up, make sure you jump in to the session. All right, guys, take care. Closing it out. And thank you so much. See you guys next week. Take care.